Our first evaluator, one of our speech evaluators today, will be Steve McGuinness, evaluating Stephanie's speech. Steve.
Thank you. It's an honor to be evaluating Stephanie's speech. I believe it was the 4 degrees of parenting. I like how you came up with the concept from a similar article or book that you had read and applied it to your parenting history. I've raised a daughter before, and I'm in the process of co-raising a 4-year-old grandson with my wife and daughter. So a lot of these things hit right home with me. Thank you. I like how you brought your son into it, Leo, and the origin of his name, Mad Skeleton King. Not too many children can claim that their name is a meaning of a king, so that in itself is pretty cool. Let's see. First degree of parenting: speak with integrity. Not like you're talking to an adult, but just to speak with truth and love, because those are both languages that children can understand very well. Same with my grandson. They have excellent memories, starting, some as early as 2 or 3, but certainly by 6 or 7 or 8, they remember everything. And when you think they're not listening, they are listening, because they're already pretty good at multitasking. My grandson could already beat me in a lot of memorization games, so I try not to play them anymore because I hate losing. Number 2, don't promise anything. I agree. You shouldn't try to promise anything. If you promise something and you don't come through with it, they'll remember that until they're adults, maybe even longer. So excellent suggestion. Brutal honesty. I didn't hear you actually call out number 2, but I believe it was either don't promise anything or brutal honesty. Maybe they're one and the same. Like the time that he mentioned that he saw the fat on your arms after a grueling workout. I've got a similar story that I'll tell you about later that will get you laughing on the floor, but I won't waste everyone else's time with that right now. Number 3, you clearly identified that as not to make assumptions. Do not guess what they're thinking. You could see what they are doing physically and maybe emotionally, but certainly don't guess what they're thinking. Always ask them what they're thinking. I'm getting pretty good at that with my grandson, so thank you for that tip. And number 4, always do your best. You can develop an excellent synergy with your child by always doing your best and be doing it with impeccable skills, because that's the one thing that they are going to be developing for the rest of their life is their social skills. So the sooner you can become an excellent example in that area, the better. I never had very good social skills growing up, so I spent most of my adult life learning them, and hopefully by now you'll find them acceptable. Not great, but acceptable. Enough about me. Pros: excellent energy, very good body and facial movements, but not too excessive, and a nice smile. Thank you. Things that you might want to work on are your same thing I mentioned when I evaluated you 2 weeks or 4 weeks ago, is your delivery speed. It makes it hard for the evaluator. I'm sure everyone else loves it, the speed, especially in the fast-paced northeastern part of the states. We all just go a million miles an hour. So I think everybody except for me loved your delivery speed. And another thing is adding a few pauses, maybe anywhere from a half second to 2 seconds, or I guess the longest pause I might have heard, I'm gonna have to rewatch the video, might have been a quarter second. So those are two of my areas of suggestion. And that's about it for my evaluation. Well done.
Thank you, Steve.